Murdoch is apologizing for tweets he sent a day ago regarding Ben Carson and how he would be a real black president. Now, the tweets in question said the following: Ben and Candy Carson, terrific. What about a real black president who can properly address the racial divide and much else? He also says, read New York Magazine for minority community disappointment with the President of the United States. Okay, so let's focus on that second tweet there. The article that he's referring to is an article that is quoting members of minority communities that feel that President Obama hasn't done enough for them, right? But Rupert Murdoch is twisting it in a way to make it seem that Obama has done nothing but pander to the black community. But that is not what he has done at all, at all.
I like how our graphic has Murdoch looking over Anna's shoulder like, I am disapproving. I wonder when you're going to get a real Armenian host in here. Okay, and take the one shot of Anna for a second. Okay, look at him. He's looking at, that's kind of a pervy one-eye look that he's
really
giving
is.
Anna over there.
It
Like,
really
I
is.
see you, I see you. Okay, now on to real things.
Yes.
So, real black president. Yeah, I'm going to turn to an 84-year-old white guy from Australia to tell me who's really black and who's not. So, okay, thank you, Rupert. We appreciate your thoughts on the matter, but you can go ahead and butt out of that conversation. And second of all, of course, Anna's 1,000% right. The main complaint African-American community has with President Obama is, what in the world have you done to address any of the issues that are going on in our community? And I think a reasonable answer is not very much.
Right. Now,
I'm sure the president would disagree. Now, but that is clearly a criticism from the left, not from the right. So please, but you know, there's some chance, Anna, that he's crossed the line. Like, I don't mean politically, I mean mentally. I'm starting to feel sorry for him because Rupert Murdoch used to be an evil genius. Now he's just evil. And so without the genius part, it gets a little sad. And I feel like, I don't know, he's 84. Somebody has to take the Twitter machine away from him because he'll get out there, and this is like the 8th time in a row where he's like, Obama, you're a real black person. And then the people are like, oh, Rupert, please, for Christ's sake, move away from the tweeter.
yeah. I mean, Rupert Murdoch isn't the only person who should move away from the tweeter, okay? Rupert Murdoch is just one of many people who continuously tweet stupid things like this. But it's incredible to see how he twists that article, right? Because the right constantly criticizes Obama because they think that he does pander to the black community when he says very common sense things like, oh, Trayvon Martin looks like he could be my son. Oh my God, pandering to the black community. That's as far as it goes for Obama, okay? Obama, in terms of policy, has done very little, if nothing, for the black community. So that criticism always drives me crazy. But anyway.
Has there been like a giant, as the conservatives call it, a giveaway program to African Americans that I missed? I mean, we're covering policy every single day on the show. I guess I missed it, right? So as far as what did Obama do? He made 94% of tax cuts under Bush permanent. So that helped the very rich in this country. He continued to give away billions of dollars, not trillions of dollars, to the bankers. Free money through the Fed, right? At almost no interest rate. Enormous help to the bankers. And I can go on and on and on for all the things that he is. The stock market is back up, you know, throughout his period. The rich, it's never enough with the uber rich like Rupert Murdoch. We're not talking about your dentist. We're not talking about Oprah. We're talking, although Oprah is super rich, to be fair, right? But for Rupert Murdoch, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. Like, and Rupert, you really think that black people in America are like, God damn it, Murdoch is so right. You know, he's trying to help us too much. President Obama's trying to help us too much with which policy?
Right.
So
again, the only thing that Obama has been criticized for from the right in terms of the black community is when he comes out and says that, I don't know, the police brutality toward the black community is objectionable. How dare he?
Wow.
That's as far as it goes.
And then the Justice Department, which Obama doesn't run, right? He appoints people to head the Justice Department, obviously. But the Justice Department will then look at a place like Ferguson and go, oh, it turns out we have found evidence of decades of discrimination. Now, here it is, specifically what it is. And we'll point, you uncovered our discrimination. God damn it, Obama, right? I can't believe how you're pandering to people who we've been robbing for decades upon decades. What a pander for you to expose our robbery. Because in the case of Ferguson, they mainly robbed them through parking tickets and systematic fines directed towards the poor and African Americans in that community as a form of a tax on the poor so the rich wouldn't have to pay.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a regressive tax that's not only happening in Ferguson, it's happening throughout the country.
And the rest of it, I'm telling you, he's borderline senile. Like, what does that mean? Who can properly address the racial divide and much else? I know Twitter's short, right? But what is it like? But he had like 8 spaces between 2 of the sentences.
I know.
Right? And so he ran out of space and he's like, and much else. And Ben Carson will also address everything else because he's a good black man, not like the bad black man, Barack Obama. By the way, that's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not putting, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's good black people and there's bad black people. Ben Carson agrees with us, so we pat him on the head. He's one of the good ones, and Obama isn't. So, Murdoch, spare me. If you're not clear that it's, at the very least, racialist, right? That he seems to be taking a racial angle here. Well, you're not paying much attention.
Well, he did apologize. He says, apologies, no offense meant. Personally find both men charming.
Oh, you do? Okay. Dude, cut out the spaces between your sentences. You only have 140 characters. Okay, anyway, that's his way of saying, I'm rich and powerful. I've met both of them. And so since I met them, it's okay. When I met President Obama, I didn't spit in his face. See, I'm not a racist.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, that's not what qualifies. So this is when now his handlers come in and go, Rupert, remember, it's 2015. You're not supposed to hate black people except the good ones. Now get back on the tweeter machine and write, I'm sorry, right?
Apologies.
Yeah.